Hi, Jack.
Hi, Shiva. Good afternoon.
Can you be louder? You are on mute actually.
Yeah, sorry. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Shiva.
Hi, Jack. Just wait. I will pull one more guy.
Yeah, okay.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing
How are you
good.
doing? Yeah. Santur, can you switch on your camera? I will
Yes,
take a
yes.
snap. Okay. Okay. Jack, let's just look at the camera. I just wanted to take a snap.
Yeah,
Let
okay.
me take a snap. Okay.
Yeah.
Santur, you can start.
Yeah, sure. So, Jack, as you have mentioned in your resume, like you have trained on Java, microservices and all.
Yeah.
What do you know about microservices? Can you tell us some features of microservices and what microservices means?
Yeah. Microservices are like the independent services. Like they can be deployed independently, they can be scaled independently, and they can be developed independently. When in case of monolithic services, we cannot do all these things. In microservices, what we can do is, suppose if you want to create an application with microservice architecture, we can develop in multiple technologies. Like we can use Java, we can use Python, we can use one technology for one microservice and another technology for another microservice. Like that we can do. When it comes to scaling, in monolithic services the complete application has to be scaled. But in case of microservices, whatever the required functional, whatever the required service we want, we can just scale that particular microservice. And also when it comes to
Okay.
deployment, we can deploy independently. Yeah,
Okay.
that is microservices. And like what all I know in microservices is like whenever the request comes to the application, first it will goes to the API gateway. So what API gateway will do is it will get the port and IP addresses of different microservices, and it will like transfer that request to the appropriate microservices. And
Okay.
and in microservices we have different design patterns. Like suppose uh, if one microservice want to communicate with the other microservice, we can use different communication techniques. But suppose one microservice is requesting another microservice, if that particular microservice is failed, we need to return the uh, appropriate response. For that, we use this circuit breaker design pattern. Some pattern is
Okay.
there, and then suppose if you want to trace the request, like request flows from one microservice to other microservice, and that particular microservice to another microservice. Like the request goes in microservice. If you want to trace that microservice, we can use like distributed tracing.
Okay.
Okay, and
So,
yeah.
yeah, fine. Do you know about the RESTful web services like REST APIs, those concepts? Have
Yeah,
you worked on those things?
yeah. I used Springboot framework to create the REST APIs.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I have worked on like the creation of the get mapping, post mapping, delete mapping.
Okay.
I
So can you tell us those layers like which are all involved in this Spring Boot application?
Yeah,
Like there will be certain layers, right? And the flow when we hit from one client, API client, something like Postman, like it will go and hit in some layer and it will go to the other layer. Can you tell us the flow?
yeah, I can. Like whenever the client requests from the postman, we request, it
Okay.
will goes to the dispatcher servlet. Like that is configured automatically in Spring Boot. Like it will goes to the dispatcher servlet.
Okay.
In that dispatcher servlet, it will goes to the front controller. That front controller returns the like the controller name to the
Okay.
dispatcher servlet back, and then it will goes like from that servlet to the controller. It will go, the
Okay.
controller returns the model and view object, and from that
Okay.
to it will goes to the view resolver. It will get the particular view, and it will show that particular view to the, this is the actual flow. But when I will tell, like generally I can tell like whenever a client requests, it will first goes to the like the front controller, like at the request mapping something is there. From that controller, it will goes to the services, appropriate services. It will perform some operation, like it will do some functionality, and it will return something from the controller. It will return the response.
Yes, whatever you said is correct. Can you name the layers of those services?
Yeah, first is the controller layer,
Okay.
DAO layer, repositories where
Yes.
we can create
Yes.
entities, objects layer, entities, yeah.
Yes.
And then we can create like the services layer.
Yes.
We just
Okay.
specify services in service layer, and implementation
Yes.
layer we specify uh, implementations. We provide the implementation for the service.
Yes, that comes under service.
Yeah.
Yes. Any other layer you can remember? Controller and service layer you have told us.
DAO layer, repository
Yeah.
layer.
Can you name that layer?
It's DAO layer.
Okay. So it's called as a persistence layer.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So do you aware of HTTP methods like which are used in these REST APIs?
HTTP methods like post method.
Yeah, can you list down some of the HTTP methods and explain what are all those methods are?
So we have post method, which is used for posting the data or saving the data in the server, and we have get
Okay.
method in order to get the response from the server, and then
Okay.
we have a delete method,
Okay.
and then we have patch. Patch means
Okay.
patch means like updating, not updating the object, not completely, like the partial updation for patch is used.
Okay.
And then we have delete. I told delete, no.
Yes.
Yeah, post, put,
Okay.
delete, and patch. I remember this.
Okay. Can you explain on put method, like what it does? Like you explained other all four.
Yeah, like put method. If you want to save data in a database, we will use put method. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So can you tell about the status codes also? Like the same like this HTTP methods, right? You have given us the list and explained what those refer to. Can you throw some light on status codes as well?
Yeah, I remember like 404, which is a page not found error,
Okay.
and then we have 500 internal server error,
Okay.
and then yet I'm not remembering the
So you have told us about the failure ones. The success ones, can you recall anything?
200. Yeah,
Okay.
200
200
is
is for
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Any other success methods?
uh,
When we
yeah,
do a post or put request.
yeah, 200 success method is there, and then we have sorry, I'm not remembering.
Okay.
I know it, but
Can you like tell like what is a 401 when we get it?
401.
Yeah.
No, not remembering.
Okay. 201, 204, anything like you can.
Like those are the success method.
Yes,
Two zeros.
all are success, but I'm
Yeah.
asking like what does 201 and 204?
Uh,
Okay, no problem. We can move on.
yeah.
So as you said, Springboot Maven project, right?
Yeah.
So where do we include any new dependency when we want to have any library installed in our application? Where do we add those codes in our project? Like there is some specific file, right?
Yeah, basically we add the those dependencies in the pom.xml. There is a separate file called
And
pom.
where these files, like once you add this dependencies in the pom.xml, right? It will get stored in some internal repository, like some folder.
Yeah, it
So
will
do you know
show.
like
We
where the
can
folder? What is the folder?
Maven dependencies.
No, it internally gets stored somewhere, right? Like in our user location.
We
See users. username, like there is some folder name, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that, but we can see that in the if you click on Maven
Okay.
dependency, we can see the list available dependency.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. So, like, do you know about access specifiers?
Access specifiers in Java.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have private, protected, public, and default. So private is
Okay.
the scope of and the visibility of private is like within the class only. The public, if we specify public, it will be like any class we can, yeah, any class will able to use that particular variable or something
Okay.
method.
Okay.
If you use protected, so that visibility is to the derived class, like it can access from the derived class only, where not other classes
Okay.
are not able to access. And we have public, private, protected, default is like within that package only, visibility is within the package only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have any experience in Angular? Like I
Mm,
can see you have given it as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
I know the basics. Right now I'm started learning React, not Angular. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
How much
Okay.
experience you have?
around 2 years. Siva.
Can you share your screen? Can you share your screen and can you create the flow, the REST API flow from client to server using post method and get method? Can you explain?
Okay, 1 second. I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah. Post should be uh, posting some data into the database.
We should.
Get should be get the data from the database from your microservices.
I think I have code in the STS. Should I open or in Notepad? I need to write like.
Notepad you can,
Okay.
or in PPT you can explain the flow.
Yeah, Shiva.
No, create a write an algorithm or flow
Okay.
using post method and get method. Two things.
Okay.
Using post, send some data
Okay.
and it has to store in the database. Get should be fetching the data from the database.
Okay. So first of all, the first point is like uh, I'll create a REST APIs in the controller. I'm just writing the flow.
Write with some API. Okay,
Okay.
some simple API call.
Okay. So for post method, I'm using post mapping. Okay. In that, I pass the URL like for saving the database. I'll use like this save. Okay. And then I'll create a method like public. Um, public. After saving, I will return the object, right? So whatever the object. So I'm simply
You
specifying.
need to save it
Yeah. First,
first.
whenever we post
Okay,
data,
receive the data.
I'm receiving here. I'm writing controller. Shiva.
Yeah, you write it.
Okay. Suppose I can say object is like student. Like I'm saving the student data and considering the student example. Okay. Student, and then the name of the method is save. In this save, I will write like at the rate request entity student. Here I will get the student data, and then here what I will do is I will send the request to the services layer. Like in services, what we have, we will declare some methods like save, get update all. So I'm using here in save. Like for that, we need to annotate. We need to auto write the service layer. So I'm auto wiring the service layer here. Auto wire service name is like student service. SS. I'm taking SS. Here what I will do is SS dot post, not post, save of. I will pass the student object here. Okay, it will return the response. Means here I can hold the student object, or simply I can return the student data, like sorry, student as equal to student like return. So this is the controller part. I'm writing the service part. Like in service, what we will do is there also we specify methods like the save method, like public student save. In the save, we will accept like the student object. We will accept. Here, what I will do is from the service to we will make use of repositories or the DAO layers that we have already created. Like I was here, I can. What I can do is I will auto wire the repositories layers in the service layer. Okay, and I will make use of that repository layer, assuming that the repository name is like student repo. So that DAO layer or the repository provides different methods like save, find all, different methods like that. So for saving, I will use save method. So I will pass the student object here. So simply I can say like this, repo.save of. So this is for this saving the data. Here I skipped like the creation of the DAO layers. So we just in DAO layer what we will do is we just extend the JPA repository or the CRUD repository to get the functionalities of save, update and all. So this is basically for the saving data. And if I want to and the next method is get. Like in order to get the particular data, what I can do is I will copy here. I will paste. So instead of post mapping, I will use get mapping. So instead of saving, so what I can do is like I will say get. So based on particular value, I will get the student records or student data. So I will pass here student ID. So what I want to do is I want to get the student based on the student ID. So here I pass the ID. Okay, and in this instead of save method, I will say get method. Here instead of request entity, I will use the path variable. So path variable. So it will get the variable from the URL. So here what I will do is integer ID. Okay. Can you give me 1 second? My PG boundary is hitting the door. Just 1 second. Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Just 1 second, please.
Okay.
Santu.
Yes, Shubham.
Okay then.
Okay, Shubham. Like Hardik is correct. Like the controller layer, service layer.
Next to move item.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hey, Jack, this is fine. We understood.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the Docker concept?
So can I close sharing? Okay, Docker is like, it is a containerized platform. So what we will do is we'll write a Docker file. Okay, in the Docker file we specify some instructions like it will start with the from suppose if you want to use Java, we use Java. So now Java is duplicated, like it will provide like alternative like Terraform something is there, from Terraform something, and then we will specify, we'll create a working directory in the container. So using work dir, and if you want to provide some extra like extra metadata, we can use a label, something we can specify like that. And then we can use, at last we specify the entry point. Entry point is something like we like the command that will execute when Docker is up. Okay, so we will specify some instructions in the Docker file first of all. And what we will do is we need to build the Docker file. So using Docker build command, we will build the Docker file. After building that file, we'll get the image of that particular application. We'll get that image. If you want to run that application, we can use Docker run command. So when we run that command, it will create a container. So in that container, our application will be run. And if you want to stop that container, and we can use Docker stop command. Or if you want to post our image to particular Docker hub or the repository, we can use Docker push command, used to push the Docker image from the local repository to the remote repository. That is how Docker works.
Okay. Santu, do you want to ask anything?
No, Shubha, that's it. Like he told us into it. So Jack, like, can you tell us any commands like to view the images or to view the running containers?
Yeah, Docker images is a command used for all used to list the list the images that is available. And Docker ps is a command used to get all the running containers.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, sure. That's it from my side.
Okay. I think we are good. Any knowledge on the Angular front?
Yeah, I told like I'm started learning React for front end. Not that.
Okay. 1 second. Any question you have, Santu?
No, Shiva, nothing from my side.
Which is the hosting platform for the springboot application? Suppose if it is a microservice based thing.
Okay.
How you host? How you run the server?
Means in locally you are asking how I can run the microservices.
Yeah, basically how the server will run.
We'll define some port addresses and in the application properties, and we start using run Spring Boot application that will run on that particular port what we specify.
Okay. Which port it will be?
Huh? Like the
Which server?
default port is 8080. Okay, Tomcat server. It will provide the default Tomcat server. We can use that. If you want to use some other servers, we can also include the other servers as well. But default, it will provide like the Tomcat server. The default port is 8080.
Okay, that's good actually.
Yeah.
Okay, pa. Thanks, Santur. You can drop Santur.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Thank you, Jack.
Yeah, thank you. Sant.
Jack, you just wait.
Okay.
Santur, you can drop. You unshare your screen.
Okay.
Just wait, I need to take a screenshot of it.
Okay.
Jack will come back to you, okay?
Okay, sure. So like
Thanks, pa.
just one question, any feedback like whether I need to improve something in like that, any feedback?
It's okay. You have to learn Angular because we need Angular 4
Okay.
as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, you will learn. And basically, we need a dynamic person who
Yeah. Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
HR will contact you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 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 Sure.
Okay. All the best.
Yeah. Thanks.